Welcome, everyone, to another deep dive. And today we're really focusing in on something pretty special.
Yeah.
The return of astronaut Sunita Williams
Right.
back on Earth after 9 months at the International Space Station.
9 months.
Pretty amazing stuff. And
It really is.
this is the kind of event that gets the attention of everyone
Oh, yeah.
in the entire space community.
For sure. I mean, it's not every day that you see someone return from such a long-duration mission.
Exactly.
So, yeah, it's definitely a big deal.
And for today's deep dive, we've got some interesting perspectives to dig into.
Yeah, what have you got?
Well, we've got a news piece with comments from Dr. G. Madhavan Nair,
Okay.
the former chief of ISRO,
Right.
and also a social media post from India's defense minister, Rajnath Singh.
Okay, interesting. So kind of getting both the, more scientific institutional perspective
Exactly.
and then the kind of more public-facing, reaction.
The political angle.
The political angle, exactly, yeah.
So our goal here is to really kind of unpack what Sunita's return signifies,
Okay.
what it tells us about long-duration space travel, why it's captured the attention of so many people.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, let's get into it. Okay. So first, let's start with Dr. Nair and his reaction to Sunita's return.
Okay.
He called it a proud moment.
Right.
And coming from someone who led India's space agency, that really carries some weight, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, he's got a lot of experience and, insights into the complexities of space travel.
And what's really interesting
Yeah.
is that he actually went on to say that it was a, quote, successful completion of a rescue operation that lasted nearly 9 months.
Whoa, rescue operation.
Yeah, it makes you think.
That's pretty powerful language, right?
What do you think he meant by that?
Well, it sounds like he's really emphasizing the planning and the precision involved in bringing astronauts back safely after such a long time in space.
Right. So even though
It's not just a simple trip, There are so many factors to consider, and it really is like a carefully orchestrated operation to make sure they get home safely.
Yeah, like it really drives home the fact that space travel, even if it's becoming more common, it's still inherently risky.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no room for error
No,
when you're dealing with the vast distances and the harsh environment of space.
absolutely. And Dr. Nair also pointed out that when he saw Sunita's last interview from the ISS,
Oh, yeah.
she appeared healthy and confident.
So that's good to hear.
After 9 months in space, that must have been reassuring to see.
I bet, yeah, it definitely speaks to the level of training and preparation these astronauts undergo to withstand the challenges of long-duration spaceflight.
Definitely. So let's talk about some of those challenges.
Okay.
Because spending that much time in space really has an impact on the human body.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And Dr. Nair specifically touched upon the lack of gravity.
Right, the whole microgravity thing.
And how that affects things like blood circulation and muscle function.
So let's break that down a little bit for our listeners who might not be totally familiar with this. So like here on Earth, gravity kind of helps pull our blood downwards toward our lower body.
Yeah.
But in space, that's not happening. No, your blood kind of distributes differently.
Right.
And your body has to adapt to that.
It's like your whole system gets kind of thrown off.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like a constant adjustment period.
And what about muscles? What happens to those in microgravity?
Well, our muscles are used to working against gravity here on Earth. Yeah. Every time we move, we're fighting against that force. But in space, you don't have that resistance.
Okay.
So your muscles can actually start to weaken.
Interesting.
Because they're not being used in the same way.
Yeah.
And that's why astronauts have to go through extensive rehab when they come back to Earth to kind of rebuild their strength and coordination.
Yeah, it's not just like you step out of the capsule and you're good to go.
Not at all. No, it takes time to readapt to Earth's gravity.
Yeah, it's a whole process.
It is.
And then there's the issue of bone marrow, which Dr. Nair also mentioned.
Right, and that's a big one.
Yeah.
Because bone marrow is responsible for producing our white blood cells, which are essential for our immune system.
Yeah.
And studies have shown that long-duration spaceflight can lead to bone marrow deterioration, which means your immune system could be weakened.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, it's a serious concern.
Especially
if we're thinking about future missions to Mars or beyond.
Yeah, you can't exactly call 911.
No, you're kind of on your own out there.
When you're out in deep space.
Yeah, so So scientists are working on ways to counter these effects.
Okay.
Through exercise regimens and diet and other things.
Yeah.
But it's definitely one of the big challenges of long-duration space travel.
Absolutely. So we've been talking about the reaction within the space community.
Right.
But Sunita's return also got a lot of attention from India's Defense Minister, Rajnath Singh.
Oh, right. Yeah, he posted about it on social media.
Yeah,
I saw that.
He was pretty excited about it.
Yeah, he was.
And he called Sunita, quote, India's daughter.
Right.
Really highlighting her heritage and the pride that many people in India feel.
Yeah. I mean, it's a huge accomplishment for her and for India.
Absolutely.
To have one of their own be part of this mission.
Yeah, it's a powerful symbol.
It is.
And, he went on to say that the crew had rewritten the history of human endurance and perseverance in space.
Wow.
That's pretty high praise.
Yeah, it is, but I think it speaks to the significance of what they've accomplished. Spending that much time in space, pushing the boundaries of human exploration.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And he specifically praised Sunita Williams.
Yeah.
Her incredible journey, unwavering dedication, fortitude, and fighting spirit.
Right.
I mean, you can really feel the admiration in his words.
Yeah, he's clearly very impressed by her.
Yeah.
And, rightfully so.
Yeah, and he believes that she's going to inspire millions.
Oh, for sure.
With her story.
Especially young people who are dreaming of maybe one day going into space themselves.
Right.
It's a powerful message
Yeah.
of what's possible.
Absolutely. So Rajnath Singh really seemed to be emphasizing that sense of national pride.
Yeah, he was framing it as not just a successful mission, but as a landmark achievement for all of humanity.
Yeah.
While also specifically recognizing Sunita Williams' contribution, as an individual with Indian roots.
Absolutely. And, this mission really highlights the international collaboration.
Right.
That's so crucial to space exploration today.
Yeah, this wasn't just a solo endeavor. There were astronauts from NASA and Roscosmos, the Russian space agency, all working together on the International Space Station.
And I think it's important to remember that, this mission was part of NASA's Commercial Crew program.
Yeah.
And that program is really all about.
Yeah, what is that all about?
Well, it's about creating safe, reliable, and cost-effective transportation to and from the ISS and low Earth orbit.
Right.
So they're partnering with commercial companies like SpaceX to basically, handle these routine transport needs.
Right. So instead of always relying on government-run spacecraft, they're bringing in the private sector.
Exactly. And that frees up NASA to focus on more ambitious goals.
Okay.
Like deep space exploration.
Right. Makes sense.
And the program's also aimed at increasing research opportunities on the ISS.
Okay, how so?
Well, with more crew members and more reliable access, scientists can conduct more experiments in that unique microgravity environment.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty valuable resource to be able to do research in space.
Absolutely. And, ultimately, all this ties into NASA's long-term vision for human exploration beyond Earth.
So they're thinking beyond the ISS.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Missions to the moon through the Artemis program.
Okay.
And eventually even crewed missions to Mars.
That's the big goal, right?
That's the big goal.
Getting humans to Mars.
And the experience that we're gaining from missions like Crew-9 is absolutely vital to making those future missions a reality.
Yeah. I mean, every mission, we learn something new about the challenges of space travel.
And about what it takes to keep humans safe and healthy in that environment.
Exactly.
So I think what we've seen here is that Sunita Williams' return is really a story with many layers.
It is.
It's a testament to human ingenuity, to international collaboration, and to the unwavering spirit of exploration.
It's pretty inspiring.
It really is. And, it's a reminder that even as we push the boundaries of what's possible, we also have to be mindful of the challenges and the risks involved.
Space travel is still dangerous.
It is.
And we can't ever take that for granted.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I think Sunita Williams' journey is a powerful symbol of hope.
Yeah.
And a source of inspiration.
You have to.
For all of us who dream of a future where humans can explore the cosmos.
It makes you wonder what's next.
Right.
It does.
What are we going to achieve next?
Where are we headed?
In space.
Yeah, what are the next big milestones?
What new discoveries are waiting to be made?
It's exciting to think about.
It is. And, with the advancements in technology and the increasing involvement of the private sector, I think we're on the verge of a new era.
A golden age of space exploration, maybe?
Yeah, a golden age of space exploration.
We'll have to see.
Exactly.
But it's definitely an exciting time to be following this field.
Absolutely.
So for our listeners out there who are just as fascinated by space as we are, keep looking up.
Keep looking up.
Keep dreaming big.
And who knows, maybe one day you'll be the one
of you listening right now,
making history among the stars.
Could be the first person on Mars. We'll have to wait and see.
We'll have to wait and see.
But it's a possibility.
It is, and that's what makes it so exciting.
Absolutely.
So thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Thanks for having me.
It's been a pleasure exploring these ideas with you.
Likewise.
And until next time, keep exploring.
Keep exploring.
Keep questioning.
Keep questioning.
And keep looking up.
And keep looking up at the stars.
At the stars.
That's where it's at.
That's where it's at.